Okay, like the title says, I want more Spa. And instead of tooling around in that super heavy 71 Mercedes turret, I figured, why not let's take a proper race car this time. That race car being the McLaren GT1 with the BMW power. So let's do it. Okay, the deal this time, another custom race. And because I'm hankering more of that sweet new track, we're going to do Spa, cloudy daytime. 1995 McLaren F1 GTR. What we're going to do is a 6-lap race. We're going to, of course, start last with the maximum interval and the rubber banding turned off. We are going to do tire wear at full 10 times. And then we're going to do fuel consumption at 7 times. So there's that deal. And we're going to do real grip on the track edge. We'll do professional difficulty. And we'll put a weak shortcut penalty in there. So, having said that, let's get this thing underway. Good Lord, what a beautiful car. The thing is just... that's about as sexy as race cars get right there. Okay, and if we look at the settings, I've kept the horsepower and weight just exactly as they are. I'm on racing medium, no traction control. I moved the brake balance forward just a little bit to keep this thing from wanting to swap ends under heavy braking. I kept the suspension settings mostly the same. I changed the toe out about 1/10 of a degree or 0.15 of a degree, just to help it get a little bit through those tighter turns like La Source and the bus stop chicane at the end there. And then I've tweaked the transmission just a little bit, just to kind of make full use of all the gears, but still not completely top out in top gear. And then, of course, as per usual, the ABS is off. But having said that, let's get this show on the road. All right, here we go. Got to keep it focused, got to pass cleanly. Because although, yes, I am in a faster car, and I'm on the racing medium tires when they are on the hards, I'm in a 100% superior car and superior tires. But what I've done with this race and with every last to first challenge kind of thing that I do is, even though the odds are very much tilted in my favor, I wanted to give myself just the absolute minimum number of laps that I need, advantaged though I am, to be able to actually win. And the reason for that, I think, is just makes for an exciting race. Shit. To me, it sort of reminds me of those old 90s AM2 arcade racers from Sega. In that, you know, you were in a superior equipment with those, of course, because you're passing cars like they were standing still. But you had a limited number of laps, and even in that superior machinery, you really needed to be on your game to win. And that's kind of the goal with these last to first challenges. And that's sort of what I've set myself up for here. It is going to be a one-stop race. I will need fuel. But I also want to try to pass as cleanly as possible. I think that's good. Shit, he says as he hits the Ford GT because his braking sucks. I think it's important to, even in single-player races against AI robots, to try to pass cleanly as you can and just try to at least treat the AI as if you would if there were humans in the cockpit. I think that's good practice. Good mindset to be in for when you do go into multiplayer. You're not racing like a complete jackass. Because what is sportsmanship? Well, that's a lot of traffic. Plus, I wanted more of this track because it's brand new in Gran Turismo. Of course, I have it in some of my other sims too, you know, Assetto Corsa and Project Cars 2 and stuff. But it's new to Gran Turismo, and I wanted another crack at it. The last time I did this race and uploaded it was in that 1971 AMG Mercedes 300 SEL, which is a fun car to drive, but let's face it, it's a bit of a turd. It's underpowered, it's overweight. I mean, I know I'm talking mad shit on it, but I do love driving the thing, but I wanted another spin around the Gran Turismo's version of Spa in a proper race car. Goes without saying that it feels so much different too. Taking this track at the speeds in which the racing gods intended. You know, one thing I can say about, you know, the versions of Spa I have in other sims, you know, nothing against Project Cars and Assetto Corsa. They are fantastic in their own right, and they do a lot of things really well, and they do some things better than Gran Turismo. But one thing that you got to give Gran Turismo is polish. Everything about this experience is so smooth. From the frame rate, the driving, just everything about it. In Project Cars, and really I think especially so in Assetto Corsa, at least, you know, on the PlayStation version of it, there's so many rough edges. There's so many things that are kind of broken or glitchy or wonky or underbaked. You don't get any of that with Gran Turismo. Sure, it's missing some things that those other sims give you, but nothing that it gives you is really janky. Everything is just immaculate. It just feels so good. And it's time to pit. Kind of makes me wonder what process they used. If they laser scanned it, or if they licensed somebody else's laser scan of it. You know, how accurate it is. I don't know. It feels really good. Everybody says it's pretty accurate. I have to take their word for it, but man, it feels good. And here where you can see everybody else is on the hard tires and I'm on the medium. So yeah, I'm kind of cheating my balls off here, but my way of making it challenging is just to kind of give myself a limited number of laps to come from the back. There we go. Get a little extra fuel there. So I can just keep leaning on it and won't have to worry about leaning on the pedal, that is, and not having to worry about leaning out the mixture. I guess one thing that I haven't addressed yet is the racing camera. I am obviously racing with the cockpit camera. Typically I will record these videos and race in the bumper cam, just because I think that's better for the video. I think in watching racing videos, I would rather watch from a bumper cam, just because your view is less limited as just someone who's watching it. So that's why I normally do from bumper cam. But I just wanted to be in the cockpit camera for this race. It's just more immersive for the player, but I know it's not as good for the video. But I felt a little bit selfish when I was doing this. Okay, third place. Let's see what we can do here. I think they've both had their stop already. So we're in the actual positions that we're on the same strategy now, I guess. And that everybody's gotten their stop out of the way. So now I just need to buckle down and focus and reel these dudes in. Well, that corner, man, just feels like it goes on forever. Going downhill, feels like the world is falling away from you. It's a little bit off camber. You just got to be so cautious and just so patient through there. Diving in. Nah, maybe not. A bit far back. Should be able to get him up here maybe going into Blanchimont or a little bit before. Blanchimont, however you want to fucking pronounce it. A little bit of hillbilly came out in me. Blanchimont. Hey man, get him in Blanchimont. No man, get him in Eau Rouge and Radion. Try La Source. Okay, here we go. Alright. 1 lap to go, 1 dude to pass. He's being really defensive. It's okay. I'll get him. This close going into Eau Rouge Radion. Oh, well, I'll get him right here, actually. Okay, so now I just have to hold on to it. Looks like he gave me a little love tap as I went by. I don't think he was happy about getting past. And that's how you hurt a robot's feelings, I guess. They're going to remember that when it comes time for the robot apocalypse. All those little grudges are going to tally up against us. When we ask them why they destroyed our civilization, one of the reasons that they're going to give is that overtake right there, coming out of La Source, going into Eau Rouge. Sorry, y'all. Sorry I contributed to the robots hating humanity and our ultimate downfall at their hands. As quickly as I passed him into the 6th lap, though, it kind of makes me wonder, maybe I should tweak this challenge a little bit. Instead of giving myself 6 laps, give myself 5 laps and start out in the same position. And just drive better and see if I can't get him by the end of the 5th lap. But I didn't. So I didn't. But there you have it. Whew! 6 laps around Spa in a proper race car this time. I know that 71 AMG is kind of a proper race car, but not really. Doesn't feel the same. But damn, that felt good. That was so enjoyable. Man, I'm so glad they're still supporting this game. I'm so glad they're still putting out cars and tracks, and the esports series that they've got with the Nations Cup and the Manufacturer Series, all that shit. They're just doing a great job supporting this fucking game. I love it so much. That's of all the esports and even including the other racing esports series, that Gran Turismo Championship is the best. If you're not watching that on the YouTubes, you're really missing out. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again very soon in the next one. Hopefully, coming next week, I should have a brand new steering wheel and pedal set coming in. No more of the Thrustmaster T150. So, what it is, I'll let you know when I get it and get it all set up and post up my next one with it. But until then, check you later.